Cancer, and the key takeaway from your forecast today, what are we? Tuesday, the 7th of May. So at the moment for the Cancerians, it's really all about taking responsibility. I would urge you to ask yourself the question, what does it mean for me, excuse me, to take responsibility? What does taking responsibility mean? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who am I when I am taking responsibility for my life? You know, I really believe, and it's only through present moment awareness, it's not so much even that I believe, it's also my experience with myself and others, but that when you bring your attention to the present moment and you keep your attention within the inner energy field of the body and you ask yourself these types of questions, that your intuition is there and it will provide you with the answers that are going to best support you to have a deeper and richer experience of who you are in this lifetime. Let's focus on this lifetime. So ask yourself what true responsibility means for you. Thank you. Leo, and this is the key takeaway from today's forecast, Tuesday, the 7th of May. Yes, that's right. So the Leos, first I thought the most important thing is there are endless possibilities currently in your sphere. The reason you don't see these endless possibilities, or you don't see them. So if you don't see them, you're not going to be able to align with them. By the way, when I say see them, sometimes it's not necessarily that you'll see them with your eyes, it's more that you'll feel them, okay? Just to get that really clear. So the reason that you're not seeing or feeling these, let's call them actually, in fact, infinite possibilities that are in your sphere is because you keep getting in the way. You get in the way by the expectations you have about what a possibility looks like. So in your mind, a possibility, as an example, is something that is, you know, so big and extravagant and not necessarily. In fact, the possibilities that are infinite in your life are literally in front of you and have been for a while. So you need to remove the lens that you're using. Then you'll start to see these possibilities are little bubbles in your day-to-day life that can support you to make much, much better and clearer decisions. Thank you. Virgo, and this is the key takeaway from your forecast today, Tuesday, the 7th of May. So for the Virgos, the message I feel like is really loud and clear. Don't get involved in anybody else's drama, anybody else's life, gossip, in particular gossip. Don't waste your time on gossip and people that spend their time talking about other people's lives all the time. If I were you, I'd be very mindful of these people. They're not conversations that are useful for you. They're not conversations that are going to support you to raise your vibration. They're certainly not conversations that are going to support you to stay aligned with your vision, your dreams, and so on. So if I were you, I'd kind of start culling out some of the conversations. I'm not necessarily saying cut people out of your life, but just know that some people love to gossip, they love drama, then don't waste your time. Don't be around them as much as you are being around them at the moment. That's it. Libra, and this is the key takeaway from your forecast today, Tuesday, the 7th of May. I want to keep it really simple because I feel like Librans often find themselves looking for freedom. And for you to experience the true freedom that you're looking for, which is accessible to you and always available to you, you have to have your attention in the present moment, number one. Number two, know yourself. You have to know who you are in order for you to actually be free. So your ideas around freedom are misleading. For example, you might have the idea that, oh, if I have this much money in my bank, then I'm going to be free. Or, you know, if I look like this or sound like this, then I'm going to be more free and blah, blah, blah. None of that stuff is true. I mean, I'm not saying don't go down that road. Go down all those roads if you need to, only to realize you're still not fulfilled and you're still not free. So true freedom is already available to you in the here and now. The work that you need to do, number one, is get present. And then through present moment awareness, you get to know who you are. That's when you access your freedom and live from that space. Thank you. Scorpio, and this is a key takeaway from your forecast today, which is 7th of May. Now, for the Scorpios, really what the message I'm getting across to you guys at the moment is there are a lot of stories unfolding, each story necessary. Each story presenting bubbles of information that turn into insights for you to gain more wisdom. And as you gain more wisdom, to then have the ability and use the ability to be in the present moment to align with true decisions. One of the true decisions is a dream that you've had for a long time. And really, I mean, what I want to say to you guys is don't give up on that dream just because of the way the stories are unfolding. It can be very easy to confuse the stories to mean that you shouldn't align with that dream. Stay aligned with the dream, regardless of how these stories are unfolding. Thank you. Sagittarius, and this is the key takeaway from today's forecast, which is Tuesday, the 7th of May. How do I put this? Number one, it's about valuing yourself right now. When you value who you truly are, not who you think you are, you keep trying to value parts of your ego. That's not right, it's not wrong, it's not good, it's not bad. What I'm talking about, what holds true value, is who you truly are. And so at the moment, the lesson in your life, and it's a lesson, by the way, that you are learning. It's a lesson that you are paying attention to. So if I was wearing a hat, I'd take my hat off to you right now. And it's a lesson that's come in, perhaps through many struggles and hardships that's actually been in your life for probably the last, in particular, 2 to 3 years. So you're paying attention, you are learning this lesson, and just understand that what you're going through is supporting you, what you have gone through, supporting you to truly value who you are and what you bring to the table. Thank you. Capricorn, and this is the key takeaway from today's forecast, which is Tuesday, 7th of May. I thought this is a really profound one for the Capricorn. So for you guys at the moment, the reminder is that you cannot give the responsibility of your happiness and your health. So two very important things. You cannot give the responsibility of your happiness and your health over to anybody else. It doesn't matter who they are. You have people in your life that support you, that love you, that want to see you being at your best, that want to see you rise, which is beautiful to have. If you have a handful of that, or if you have one person that really is truly supporting you and wants to see you at your best, you're doing great in this world, okay? So, but you have that in your life, okay? However, that being said, even that one person or those few people, you got to remove the expectation that they can deliver happiness or they can deliver health to you, because they can't. The responsibility of your health, your happiness must always remain in your hands. Thank you. Aquarius, and this is the key takeaway from your forecast today. We are on Tuesday, the 7th of May. So first thing, I love this. The first thing I wrote was a rainbow is about to show itself. And so I guess for me, what I'm saying to the Aquarians is that some results are about to come through. I'm going to say in these words, because all I have is words. I wish you could access the space that I speak from, and then words wouldn't be necessary and everything would make sense, right? But all I have is words. And so what I really want to say to the Aquarius is you're in a good space. You're at a place in your life, and I use the word good. It's not necessarily good or bad anyway, because we don't want to get lost in judgment, but you're in a space at the moment where there's openness, where you're able to make the most or the best of opportunities that you once would never have seen as opportunities. So what that tells me is that the growth you've had, in particular the last, I want to say 6 or so months, the growth you've had mentally has been tremendous. And so that growth is now allowing you to see parts of your life or things in your life that once you would have seen as, oh, this is not great, as opportunities. So the space you're in is working for you. Thank you. Pisces, and this is the key takeaway from today's forecast, being Tuesday, the 7th of May. So for a long time, I've said to the Pisceans, it's not about leaps and bounds. You need to just focus on one tiny step at a time, which has been true, absolutely. As of today, this begins to change. As of today, the vision needs to be bigger. The dream needs to be far more expansive. And also there's need now, then I say needs to be, but the reason that the dream or the vision needs to feel bigger and more expansive is because you're in a position where you can now take leaps and bounds forward. You must make the most of this time in your life. I don't know how long the phase of leaps and bounds are going to be, how long they're going to last. I just know that whilst you're in this place, get clear about the dream, put in all the details, put it in writing for yourself, get clear about the vision, the goals, and make sure that you are aligning with actions that support you to take leaps and bounds. This is not about keeping things small anymore. It's about going, you know what, I'm going to give it everything I am, and I'm going to bring this dream to fruition. So that's the kind of energy in the sphere of the Pisceans at the moment. Thank you.